Hi everyone, it's Gardener Ellie here, and today I am at Fletcher Maynard Academy, and I thought that I would make a video to show you what sort of things that I'm doing this year to prepare the garden for the winter time. So come along with me and let's take a look at how we're putting the garden to sleep for the cold winter months. So here is an overview of what our garden looks like now that it is winter time. And I wonder how it maybe looks different from the garden in the early fall. So one of the big differences that you maybe have already noticed is that there are a lot fewer plants. And that's because I pulled out a lot of our big summer plants. And that's because they don't do very well in the winter time. And so I pull them out so that we can prepare our soil for the winter. And then in the spring, we will plant some more things like summer vegetables to be able to enjoy for the rest of the warm season. So some plants, like our parsley here, continues to do really well in the cold. So I decided to leave that for the winter. But other plants I have pulled up completely. And now there is just empty soil. And I wonder, do we think that leaving soil like this for the winter time is a good thing for the garden? And what do you think happens to the soil over the winter? So here I have a very empty bed because I have just pulled up all of the tomato plants that used to grow here. And I wonder if our soil will be protected over the winter time if I were to leave it like this. And as a gardener, something that I don't want is for our soil to freeze too much. And so something that gardeners sometimes do is we plant cover crop. And a cover crop is just a type of plant that we grow here to help put nutrients back into the soil and keep it a little bit warm and protected. And what I grow is winter rye. And these are all of our winter rye seeds. And I wonder what you observe about our winter rye. And we can just make a little tiny hole, sprinkle some winter rye seeds in, and then cover up our winter rye. And the beautiful thing about winter rye is that because it's a grass, I don't even have to worry about watering it too much. And hopefully we'll start to see some grass growing here in the bed. So here is some winter rye that has already started to sprout. And as you can see, it will soon cover up a lot of the soil in this pot and will hopefully keep the soil nice and protected during the winter time. Another thing that we can do for the winter months is to make some sort of structure that can help protect our garden beds and even extend the season for a little bit. So what I have here is a hoop house. And the hoop house kind of acts like a tiny greenhouse and helps trap in heat and moisture into our garden bed so that some of the things growing in this bed can survive a little longer into the cold winter months. So let's take a peek inside. So here we are in the hoop house. And over here, we have some herbs growing, like some sage and some thyme and some tarragon. And on this side, we have some little young sprouts, and those are carrots starting to come up, as well as some little tiny sprouts of lettuce. And I wonder what you observe about the inside of our hoop house. And when I come in underneath the hoop house like this, I can actually feel that the soil feels a lot warmer here than it does outside. Though most plants don't grow very well into the winter because it's very cold, there are some plants that we actually like to plant while it's nice and cold. And over here in this bed, we have planted some garlic. And that's because garlic does really well when we plant it in the cold winter months. And all of these leaves are here to protect our garlic and to help make the soil a little warmer. But I wonder if we look around a little bit, if maybe we can find some evidence of garlic that is starting to sprout. And I'm looking, and right here, if you see this little green sprout, that is a young garlic that is starting to grow. So that's exciting. Some little evidence of plants growing even though it is very, very cold outside. So since you are all remote, I hope you enjoyed being able to take a closer look at our garden and to see how it maybe has changed from the early fall into the early winter time, and to see what sort of things that we're doing to help make sure that the garden stays happy and healthy for the spring. But I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, and I will see you all in our next video lesson. Bye everyone!